Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Everspace 2 where we're following the plot and stuff, we're playing along, but I'm very much already thinking about like, how do we get together just a huge amount of money? I was looking at the renown levels because we've kind of stopped gaining renown because apparently only very particular kinds of side jobs give it to you. It's not just any side mission, it's specifically only the ones you pick up at the boards, right? And it takes a lot of renown to continue to level these up, but they do award awfully large amounts of money as you continue doing them. Now, we've gained 2,000 renown over the course of the entire game to this point, so getting to 15 seems that's a little wild. That seems like an awful lot of work, but I sure would love for somebody to just come along and hand me 100,000 credits, you know? I think for now, we're just gonna do a side mission or two here. Try to make sure we're moving cargo. Try to make sure we're checking when we come into a system what we have that they would like for us to offload to them. What they have that we might take somewhere else.
Anything else about my other iterations?
It would be difficult to summarize and indiscreet in any case.
I mean, maybe I'm different from them in some sense?
I do find it interesting that you have acquired new acquaintances, which could be considered a level of social engagement, which was beyond most of your earlier self-centered.
Okay, but we know that's not.
Okay.
We know that's not true because half of my acquaintances are acquaintances that my earlier iterations made, right? Like, I don't know why why am I still arguing with the story stuff? We know that it's all whatever. Okay, so what are we doing out here?
Said the fake Okar were seen near the transit buoys.
I propose identifying this fascinating hybrid class as Mokar from now on.
Don't get too used to them. It's my job to turn them into an anomaly that will hopefully be gone soon.
Well, this would be a good place to do some sneaky shit you don't want other people knowing about. It is very hard to see out here. Nothing weird going on here.
Oh. Bingo. 2 Okar drones and an outlaw vessel.
I am instantly charmed.
That's it for them.
I recommend picking up the piece of debris dropped by the drone. The piece is human-made and sports a serial number. I will run it against some databases and see what I can find.
I probably don't need
Help!
this
We ran
titanium,
into
but
an
why
ambush. Damn it.
Hold on, I'm on my way.
not? You know, in a moment. Alright. I mean, the moment we joined in here, obviously the drones are gonna solve the problem. Awful lot of explosions. Just a lone armor drone.
To destroy the convoy. Tell me, Ivan, were there Makar among the attackers?
No, they were all human.
That's something, at least.
Is it?
Can't imagine the trouble once people believe Okar are blowing up their freighters.
I have finished analyzing the piece of metal from the Okar drone. It is registered to a ship trader in Seafast Downs.
A ship trader, huh? Maybe our source. Let's check it out.
My drones are getting involved in some nonsense over here. That's on the other side of a... Okay, they got it. I like the way they just, like, they seek out trouble. I think I can just straight overwhelm the shield here. But fine, we'll do it this way. Okay. So... we probably won't keep any loot we find here, but we may as well get it, right? You can always use more crafting materials. That's probably not true. I am probably like way past use of most of my crafting materials. You know what I'm not complaining about is 600 credits. Is our... yeah, that's right. Our radar is currently providing us the autonomous bonus. If I was going to use a flak cannon, I would make myself a blue one. But, you know, the loot that we're finding is still on level. That's nice, I suppose. There's another resource node over here, but I'm sure it's just like, yeah. Not important enough to go after.
We detected 2 more of our drones destroyed by colonial energy signatures.
Yeah, that was me. And once again, they were controlled by a human.
Humans are physically incapable of commanding an Okar vessel. But then again, I was told you are an adaptable species.
We are currently on our way to the trader who may have modified the drones. With a bit of luck, this will all be over soon.
This is what you humans call optimism, correct?
Not sure if all humans have that.
Many of you died in this cluster during the war, and yet you keep returning expecting to find good fortune. You do not plant a seed on acidic ground, unless you are a fool or an optimist.
I assume that's one way of seeing it.
What does that mean? I assume that's one way of seeing it. You know that's one. Like I just told you that's the way he sees it. Well, I assume it's possible to believe the thing you've just told me you believe.
So this is where the Makar parts originated?
Indeed. The trading station is right down there. It appears we are not welcome.
This whole place is in shambles.
Destruction is rarely absolute. I suggest following the pipes and see where that leads us. We may still find a clue to this mystery.
Okay, we got an energy sphere socket. Need to find an energy sphere generator. Alright, the pipes. I assume that, yeah, the drones are going to handle enemies generally. Bunch of stuff that's just underground. Alright. Actually, that's just another socket. Do the pipes go... Okay, we're supposed to go into this tunnel. I see. There's our dispenser. Ah, I see. I was like, why aren't my drones destroying that? But it's because it's bugged and it's inside the terrain. That makes sense. A farewell note. Harris, if you read this, you made it through my little welcoming committee. Take note that every one of those zombie drones came from my heart. Modifying old Okar racks for profit was fun for a while, but frankly, it was just another selfish exercise to distract us from the real issue at hand. And since you are too much of a coward to see this through, I've decided to take matters into my own hands. We worked so hard to build Cephas Downs. Garen, Carrie, Emmanuel, you remember those names? They used to be our friends, our family. Now they've all left. There were no Okar colonial treaties when we came here, no demilitarized zone, no cap on settlements. I mean, if there had been a court hearing or anything of the sort, we would have had a solid argument for having made this place our home. And yet those blasted lizards didn't think twice before they tore it all down. I made some good creds selling our last 2 Okar drones to some Ravager pilot at the Gauntlet. Used the money to hire some pilots with guts and a bunch of explosives. When Air's relay station goes down, everyone will think the Okar are behind it, and maybe, finally, all those treaties will be ripped apart. I don't care if we never see each other again. You never cared to fight for your place in this universe, so take the scraps that fall to you and be assured that it will be all you ever deserve. Well.
The message mentioned some kind of attack against Air's relay station. We better hurry and make sure that everyone's safe.
Okay, let's just go ahead and deliver these. Huh. That's quite a lot of money. The good news is, because that thing's stuck in the terrain, it can't follow us out of the tunnel.
Yes!
Oh, my drones found it. They found a way. Very good at their jobs. I think the boost device would have thrown us way past this, I'm pretty sure. I wish there was a way to, like, pick up directly into scrap. It's a bummer that that's functionality that only exists when your inventory is full, because it's actually very useful. Alright, well, let's go see about preventing an international incident, I suppose.
Whatever's going down at Air's relay station, it can't be good.
What a weird single line of dialogue to throw in. At this point, I would probably stop for a distress signal. They're very fast ways to make money.
Any sign of the Makar?
No, but I detect traces of explosives located in the vicinity of the relay station.
Scrap! They're not only posing as Okar outlaws, but as Okar terrorists.
My senses give you little
Yeah,
time
man.
to
That
disarm.
was in the note.
Let's do it then.
I feel like that's not new information.
First to shoot him down.
What? I hate it when it lets me, like, charge my, it lets me charge my cruise drive almost all the way, and then it's like, oh, no, wait, hostiles. Never mind.
Yeah, cut that out. We know who you are.
Is that so? Then we should play this by the usual book.
That is the last one. Do not let the silence fool you. There are still explosives left to disarm.
Yeah, could you be quiet so that I can hear? Okay, I guess it's just get kind of close to it is all you need. There's one that's like right over here somewhere. Ah, there it is.
recommend returning to the Damaris Port Authority to debrief the communications officer. Even if the Mokar are no more, the rumor of their existence may still live on.
Ugh, it just never ends, does it?
You should be more optimistic. You are a human, after all.
It feels like this is a thing I could just, like, communicate over the radio, you know, at a distance without having to fly all the way over there. Anyway, I kind of want to see about this race. I know our ship's really not meaningfully any faster than the last one, but let's just have a look. It's not a very it's not a very long race. You can't start a race during an active mission, really? Okay, well. So this is the waypoint for Vaultworthy. I kind of disregarded it because I thought it was related to the other thing, to the bombs thing. But okay, let's see about tracking down a hidden vault. Also, I guess this is a station. Can we just...
List your needs. I'll cut you a straight deal. No questions asked.
No questions asked? Don't you ever get curious about who you're selling to?
Look, I'm an old geezer for a reason. Young fella like yourself should realize not sticking your nose into the affairs of others is what keeps you alive in the DMZ.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'm a lot older than I look.
You're either lying to me, or you've been spending a fortune on modification. I've been around long enough to judge character. I'd say the latter.
Oh, you have no idea.
Okay, first of all, remember to refill my missiles. Important. Secondly, do you want any of my stuff? Yeah, this is a pretty good price. Offload all these. Normal demand is, you know, normal demand's fine. Am I willing to part with stuff at like middle? $216 each. Trying to remember, do we know that we get better prices on solar panels in the next system over? I do not remember. Well, we don't have that many, right? It's just the 2 stacks. I'll hold on to them. I'll hold on to them for optimism. All right, scrap this stuff. Do we want to pick up any loot? Is the question. Liquor and ramen and medicine and clothing are all really cheap. We do have a lot of them already, of course. But this is how being a trader works, right? You got to spend the money to make the money. All right, let's scrap up some stuff. I mean, as powerful as this looks, we're just not going to equip it. I can't see going back to that. We still have too many consumables for sure. We probably get rid of some of those. We will hold on to some stuff. I can scrap these homing missiles too. If we need more homing missiles, I can always make more. And then, like, the damage reducer we theoretically might use. I'm willing to sell a single medium nanobot. And I think that will give us room for all of these. Nope, it will. No, it will. Oh, the problem is I ran out of money. It's not a space issue. Okay, so 880, huh? What if I just sell you my Soul Seeker? This stuff does not actually sell very well. Here, I'll sell all of these. That'll make a little bit of space. And then gotta get to. I need another 350. Honestly, I've never come even close to equipping that thing. Let's do that. Pick up the rest of the clothing. All right. Well, we certainly have an awful lot of potential economy sitting in our bay at the moment. So it's weird that the vault point is way up here instead of being actually close to any part of the station. Okay, free liquor. I'll take that. So what we're looking for really is one of those consoles, right? Let's have a look at the big fork up here. There is in fact a secure container. I wonder if there are like wires we can trace from the thing here. Down around the back here would be a pretty good place to hide a little thing that needs to be hacked. But maybe they thought that would be too obvious. I have to say, I do appreciate the the ambient chatter. I actually think that's well executed. Well, I am not doing a very good job of finding this. Wait. Aha. Apparently I got close enough to it at some point. Looks like it's probably underneath. Actually maybe not. Whoa. Definitely just glitched through a surface there without being particularly close to it even. It just kind of like vacuumed me in. That's annoying. Alright, so maybe it's not underneath? It seemed like it was above everywhere that we could be while we were underneath, but it also seems like it's below the surface of the disc. So it's in like a pocket. It's in like an area that digs particularly far up from below. Alright, let me see if I can get under here and really... Okay, so it's like right there. What do I think? It really, like, I really thought it was going to be in this gap here. But it's above this one. Let's shoot. Twitchy hand. Is this... No. Like, we're really, really close to it here. Uh-oh. I've intersected with a surface in a way that's not entirely helpful. My hope was that we could get close enough to... Uh-oh. Have I been drawn into an area that... Uh-oh. This area does in fact seem to be closed on all sides? I don't know how to resolve this. This is a load from the last checkpoint kind of thing, I guess. Yeah, somehow I touched a wall and got drawn into an area that's... Okay. Well then. So that says location save. I think that means it's a save made when we entered the location, so we're probably going to have to do the bomb defusal thing again. That was unusual. No. Okay. Huh. Interesting that you don't actually have to shoot this button to... What does shooting this button even do? Unclear. Okay. Alright, so fly close enough to get the terminal to up here. Which is easy when you know where it is already.
Isn't that one of those vaults?
The opening mechanism is similar.
It's just sitting there asking to be opened.
Okay. I cannot get close enough to be able to hack it. I need to actually get inside of the completely solid volume that it's in. This feels bugged. Maybe the other... Oh, okay, here's a way inside. This is by far the most dangerous thing we've ever done. Where's the other... I'm assuming there's another panel of these somewhere.
I've done it. Let's
Nope.
see what we can
Okay.
find.
You just wait for it to reopen some of them? That's weird. No thank you. No thank you. Solar panels? Sure. Okay, why not? These are no good. These I would just sell, but I guess... Nah. Not even gonna pick them up. Vault worthy. I like that they put advertisements for their vault service inside of the vaults.
Yeah, that was ours.
Oh, you mean you paid for it and this vault was yours?
What? No. We hadn't cracked that thing open.
So you intended to steal from
Alright, I'll cut that conversation real short. And then I think we hadn't...
I spent some time on Prescott Starbase.
Oh no, maybe we had bought things already.
Boys, why would anyone come all the way out to this remote end of the galaxy
cool,
to
good.
crowd themselves into a tin bucket like that?
Alright, let's get going then. Well, and I guess try the race. Hopefully the outlaws won't interfere too much. Oh, we're over here. We may as well. Huh. Okay, quantum conductors. Just like a stack of quantum conductors in a random box is a fairly decent find. Shipwreck containing some, wow, proton capacitors.
Let's do this.
It's like a weirdly valuable area.
There he is.
I'm content to let the drones handle it for the most part. If the enemy wants to drift directly in front of me, I will respond. Maybe below us? Yeah, I think it's like down here.
I see him.
Pretty loud now. See, that's a good hiding spot. Medicine, some normal mines. I think we can just... Weird. So many people are so eager to die. I will say this. The number of shots that it takes for us to bring down one of these guys really does underline the lack of toughness in a lot of the enemies that we've been facing at our level, because it's not actually all that much different in terms of like damage that we are outputting to kill them.
Welcome back, mon ami.
Hi, Maurice. Yeah, I'm here for another round. But I gotta press you on this. You lost your G&B bounty hunting contract. Was it because of the gaming thing?
Oui, because of the gaming thing.
It was a Middle Ages kingdom simulation you were deeply immersed in. What was it called? Empires of Chivalry?
S'il vous plaît, don't say the name. It brings too much pain to me to hear it again.
I'm sorry, Maurice. I was just trying to find out what happened. I mean, happened.
Another time, perhaps, as my heart is heavy from the memory.
I might follow up on it later. I have to say, I'm very curious.
But why
You
though?
insist? How can I say no to an old ami like you?
Oh, this... First of all, missed a gate. Pretty bad news. Secondly, this thing is full of attackers and whatnot, and web mines. Ugh. This ship does not quite have the turning radius, the maneuverability that I would like. Just slow down a lot on these turns. Come on. Okay, well, bronze is not nothing. What's going on down here? This is so weird. Why is there this string of shield generators protecting each other? This thing is wired back this way. Okay. Propulsion tower and just like open sparks for whatever reason.
Another device. Sweet.
I mean, when we find when we find a device that we already have, it does just give us the credits straight up. So that's nice, as though we had sold it. Okay, weird. What a weird area. That, I think, is pretty much us done, except, you know, I never did figure out how to open that secure container. And honestly, that might be an area completion, potentially. So, what the hell? I don't know that those matter at all, but it does make me feel good to get them. So, okay, hold on. This button over here. Right, we hit a button, and I don't know what it did. Oh, I see. That button opens this thing, presumably, like, temporarily. I saw that spark shoot out before, but I think I kind of assumed that it was like I was seeing our drone fly past. Okay. We did not, in fact, get an area completion. Alright, let's go deliver the news in person to this starport that we did the thing and that the Ockars were in fact Mockars. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible name.
The Ockar Navark is trying to call you.
Put him through.
Any news on the matter?
Yes, it's done. The Ockar imposters are no more.
Cutting off one head does not mean that another won't take its place. We will see if the matter of humans stealing our ships is resolved for good. Now, be aware that we will not reward you in any material manner.
No need. I'm already getting paid by the Damaris Port Authority.
Isn't a meaningful deed in itself reward enough?
For us? No.
Who your race ever believes to find happiness is beyond me.
They cancelled the transmission.
Just like that?
Yes, but do not worry. I would say that you both ended on good terms.
See, that's the trick. We're never happy. I've never met a happy human. Many of us don't even really believe it's possible. You know, just sort of based on the hard evidence.
I'm back.
Oh, finally. I could really use some good news right now.
The attack was conducted by regular outlaws. They tried to provoke resentment against the Ockar by flying attacks with Ockar ships. Took care of them, but I can't say if there aren't more out there.
This is a nightmare. If they had been regular Ockar, it would have been a diplomatic disaster, but this? All the statements and paperwork. Ugh, I don't get paid enough for this.
Maybe a meaningful deed can be a reward in itself, don't you think?
What? No.
Or maybe we are a doomed race.
Yeah, maybe we are.
Listen, this lady's a middle manager. She's not here in this job for the vibes. I do kind of want to wear the Mockar. You know what? Let's fix up our decal here. I do like the rookie decal. I like our enemies getting killed by a ship that says "Hi, I'm a rookie" on it. Like student driver. That's pretty fun. What does the text on that say? I don't even know if is that text? That might not be readable. Unfortunately, we don't actually get any kind of zoom. The headphones are kind of cool. Yeah, it's probably like gibberish that's made to look like the Ockar language, right? No, rookie's funny. We're gonna keep it rookie. All right. Let's get a move on. So, is there a blue mission that we want to jump on here? Because, like, we could use some money. Part of what I'm thinking about, you know, actually running these is, like, I should try to finish those races. The prize money is very tempting. Yeah, like, do I have to do well at this, or... So...
Start coming to pay me a visit.
One at Prescott,
By the
one
looks
at...
of it,
one at
yes.
at the transit gate. Did we do the one at the transit gate? I don't think so.
We've been hoping to get our chance with you.
Wait, where are they?
Careful what you wish for.
You know, I'm not very well... I will say this. I'm not very well outfitted to fight enemies who are mostly armored. Both of my weapons are heavy on energy damage, which was fine for the thing that we were doing for a while there, right? But maybe it makes sense for us to build a closer range kinetic weapon and just actually use the railgun in close range combat against shield heavy enemies, because we've proven that it's totally viable. It sucks to miss with it, of course, but like, hit scan weapons are hit scan weapons, right? It's still pretty easy to hit people. Yeah, I gave up on this one. Right. Well, it seems like all we have to do is finish it. I don't have my active mission is Citizens of Velocity. Oh my god. It's decided that because I came here, I must have come here for 5 stops away, I guess. That's really annoying.
Welcome back, Mr. Roslin. Have you come to see the current job listings?
No.
Why not, Marianne? Could always use a few extra creds.
Completion of tasks will earn the appreciation of the organization.
Alright, you have a shop. Do you have any more? Yes. Yes, you have lots of things of low demand. Well, let me dismantle this garbage or sell it to you. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to sell it to you, actually, because I am a little bit low on cash. So, ramen at the very highest end, people pay 32 credits for it. What is something... This small arms is the good stuff. We make the largest total gain on the small arms. Is there anything else that I want to sell here? We can probably get rid of these. The damage limiters are fine, but we can build more if we need them. I am not using sticky turrets basically ever. Okay, let me buy the rest of these. And then also... Picking these up at 41 and they go up to 70? Yeah. Can jam all those in there. And then, like... take as much liquor and ramen as we can hold. I assume I have like partial stacks of some of these. We're down to $3. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I didn't actually take a job. Oops. I saw the I saw the shop and I was like, an opportunity to fill my cargo hold. Alright, I will take a job if it will make you stop bothering me. Okay, of these volatile goods, pick up containers and send them here using an on-site cargo drone. The other postings on this board are rubbish. Sure. Okay, now that I've done that, does that clear my active missions so that I can attempt the race? I don't know. We might be in 5 stops away until we actually do these. And I will be very annoyed if that is the case. This game's mission system is bad. The fact that renown is only earned for like really boring side job, like specifically job board type side jobs, really sucks. Okay, we're allowed to do our race.
Hey, Maurice, set me up with a race. I'm feeling speedy.
Certainly, mon ami. You are making quite a name for yourself in these tournaments.
Tell me, what happened with the Sims strategy game you were so addicted to?
You have hit the nail on the head. It was, I am ashamed to say, an addiction. There I was, top of the league table, the reigning lord of the server, the greatest king to have ever conquered the game. But, alas, I was administered a ban from the platform.
A ban? How, Maurice? That sounds serious.
No, it is too painful to speak about. I cannot. Some other time, perhaps.
Well, I can see it's a sensitive topic. Maybe you'll feel like talking about it another time.
Maybe.
It's so like it's so weird how many of these dialogues end with somebody saying a thing and then Adam repeating it back to them as though he's the one who thought of it. Ow, ow, ow. Come on. Come on. There we go. Jeez. The drones will handle it. We don't need to be concerned about this. Really smooth, really slick. Great work here. The thing about space flight is I'm just so damn good at it. Okay, well that does not work. That's not even good enough for bronze. This one is considerably harder on just like the steering. All right, I can do this though. I'm confident I can do this if I just, you know, don't go past so many rings.
Go, 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 infinite madman.
That's Infinite Maginian, thank you. Who sees a ship surrounded by this many drones and thinks, yeah, that guy, I'm gonna shoot at that guy. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Whatever. So skipping a ring adds 10 seconds to your time. That was it. That was a fine run. And then I just wasn't quite tight enough on that one ring. Okay, we got it. We got it. How is there somebody who is still shooting? Like, have the drones not dealt with this yet? Not that it matters at all, apparently. And they're very persistent, whoever they are. Really, a lot of effort being put in here to shooting me with weapons that are incapable of damaging me. While my drone swarm would, I assume, completely annihilate this person if my drones would ever wake up. Okay, there we go. Hell, that was nearly a silver. Whatever. The point is, it's done. I think we'll probably do this job and then just not bother to return it. And it said we're basically just, we're programming a cargo drone to fly back, right? I'm not taking this stuff back myself. And we'll turn it in whenever we next come back to Prescott. Oh, wait. That's a distress call. I actually potentially care about that. These are a really easy way to make some quick money. I'm assuming these will generally be
My ship needs repairing.
at the appropriate
Let me
level.
see if I can help.
Okay, I don't know that we have room for that. Yeah. You know what? Okay, sorry there, buddy. I mean, you saw it was urgent. A murdering had to be accomplished.
Wow, thanks. Wouldn't have expected so much from a stranger.
Well, maybe you can spread some of the goodwill around.
It's probably not a race at the Cedo Transit Gate. It's a race that's in Cedo, right? You probably don't need to be jumping back for that just yet. Didn't even stop and see what was that. No. It's probably just gonna be like mining resources or something, or an enemy base to destroy.
Okay, we're here. Now, which container shall we pick up first?
I mean, these are appropriately leveled enemies. In theory, this could be dangerous. It actually is very difficult for me to get through a Tormentor with all the armor. Yeah, alright, you know what? Now that we're down to hull, it's not so bad. But yeah, I'm gonna build us a new weapon.
Why don't they just give up?
Alright, Annihilator Virus is earning us some kills there. Making my life a little bit easier. I wasn't really using my devices for the first bit of that there because I was like, I don't know, I was considering this combat to be beneath me, I guess. Very unlikely that we would take that. Okay. So it does say pick up the containers.
I gotta play this smart and try to steer clear of fights while I'm handling this stuff.
Alright, well. There aren't any enemies near this one anymore.
On to the next one.
Weirdly large number of containers gathered in this kind of general area. Okay, so let's talk about weapons. I spent the resources to make a catalyst and everything here. We're not going to be equipping these, I don't think. We can just go ahead and scrap those. Yeah. So, we've never actually made a flak cannon. And we do have an achievement that wants us to use one. Okay, the only superior thing I know how to make is Gauss cannons. Let's, yeah. So, they actually have an active range that's greater than I thought. 20% bonus damage against ancients and ancient-controlled units. That's interesting. Critical hits have a pretty high chance to charge weapon energy. Yeah, alright. 100-meter damage radius. I guess around each shot? Alright, so... pretty slow-moving projectile. I have to say, that has me a little worried. And we use the railgun whenever the thing we're fighting is kind of shieldy. Also, I guess there's a bunch of decent loot just floating over here. Probably we had to grab that before we do this other thing, because I think I am going to pull the attention of those enemies. This we will scrap. This I just trash. Okay, and then this contraband, we're probably going to have to scrap something to fit in our inventory, if indeed it does need a slot, because it looks like I am expected to carry it back. If I have to actually carry it back myself, I will.
That is just what I need.
Yeah, not good at all. Okay, my tractor's strong enough to keep pulling the thing. Just wait a second until it arrives.
That was the last one. On to the cargo drone.
Okay, yeah. Now we get to load them onto the drone. I don't think that drone thing is going to come after us. But I do wonder...
Good luck, little drone.
Okay.
That job is done.
Mr. Kato has asked me to extend his thanks.
Oh, alright. Let's just pay us now. Yeah, I do wonder if maybe we should attempt to clear this thing right now, especially since we're using a flak cannon now and we can pick this up quite easily. I could just make some kind of mine and we could hurl them over there and try to destroy some drones. Right, I think we're probably not going to re-equip this, so... secondary weapons... So it's destroy 2 mines with 1 drone. Do you think... I'm going to try it with corrosion mines. My guess is if the mine leaves a cloud and another drone flies through the cloud and that kills it, then it probably counts. The only danger here, honestly, might be that our existing drones might be too effective at fighting the enemies here, and they might pick off a lot of the drones on our behalf. This is so tedious, just wading through the arming delay on newly equipped stuff. Okay. So these just drop behind you, right? Okay. never been simpler.
I'll be the first to shoot him down.
Yeah, it seems like we're getting a lot of different damage pings on each shot because of the fact that the ship is so big. Interesting. I guess let's take all this stuff and we'll just dismantle most of it, I'm sure. Got ourselves a decent blueprint there, though. Yeah, I don't intend to use any web mines. We're certainly not going to take this. Okay, so this is another autonomous cargo bay. 165 precision, 165 resistance, 12% boost speed, and repairs damaged items automatically. So we lose precision and resistance. We get increased device damage. This has an extra cargo slot on it. It's compelling, but it's not compelling enough for me to hold on to this until level up, I think. Obviously, that energy core is not going to be anywhere near as good as the one we got now. I wish I could just use this. This I would like to pick up. Do we have a thing that I can afford to... Honestly, I'm not going to keep running with these. So that can be where we put those small arms. And then the rest of this stuff, yeah. It's a shame that I can't just fire the nanobots out of space, but I think we can just go ahead and get out of here. Somebody gets head pats for being a good drone, and then let's bail. So transit gate, and... There was another... I don't remember. Is this race at the Border Patrol, or... Because there is a gate at the Zharkov Border Patrol. To Zharkov, of course. But I thought that... Isn't this the one we're not allowed to use? The one that is the reason we have to go around through the back door? I don't remember. Also, we should check our job log real quick here once we get in. I'm pretty sure we received the money for that mission already. Okay, yeah, but there were some green jobs before where they were like they accumulated, and I had to actually press the button on them to get them to reward us. Okay, well there's a vault here. I guess let's nail this down.
You have reached the warehouse of the Zharkov Border Control. According to the scientist at Prescott Starbase, their lost shipment should be somewhere inside.
Okay, yeah, we actually had a lot of stuff related to this area. So there's a ton of containers and stuff in here. Wiring runs from it to these two secure containers, which probably contain the shield generators, right? So how do we... Where's that? That's pretty far away. That's an energy sphere dispenser. Yeah, how do we start opening things up? Are these connected to anything else? They don't seem to be. Ah, there's an energy sphere thing in here. So maybe actually... You know, I don't know whether these open that or that opens these. But in any case, we're clearly missing some part of what's going on here. Is there anything on the back of this that makes... Ah! That was not for this shield? Or it wasn't... Okay, or it wasn't the only one. Okay, there we go. More solar panels. A flak cannon that is part of the Union Eclipse set, which is kind of cool. I mean, I don't like the special stats on ours are not especially interesting. Minus 300 meters. It fires faster. And it does more damage. 3% chance to slow target by 50% with each hit. You know what? I think I will take this over the one we built, actually. I think it is slightly better. Okay, a fragile parcel, mission item. Take that. A lot of garbage.
I found the shipment. Let's return to the scientists at Prescott Starbase.
And then the energy sphere socket opens up the fancy thing, so we had to find an energy sphere dispenser somewhere around here. Which could be, honestly, pretty much anywhere. Or we could just use that one, I suppose. These guys are so... They're so, like, low level that it's not even really worth testing our weapons against them, I think. I do like the fact that this explodes at the end of its travel time. Gives me a little bit of leeway. Wait, this is not the right... I skipped past the thing. Okay, here we go. Oh, I almost still made it. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to moderate the force of that device. That's very satisfying to use, actually. I like that weapon a bunch. Be good for shooting at enemies with grouped up drones around them and stuff. Yeah. I'm into it. Alright. Oh boy. Okay. Moving sideways while that thing is firing is really risky because it engages a lot of weird momentum. Does not behave the way I was expecting at all. Okay. Parts and parts. Can never have enough power couplings.
A mainframe component. Keep those babies coming.
Okay. Does that complete a stack of mainframe components for us? It does. I think we are unlikely to spend this one just yet. Cooldown, device damage, hull damage reduction. I mean, obviously hull damage reduction is significant. As is this. Yeah, we'll just hold on to it. Okay, we want to keep a space open for mainframe components. So, the vault, right. There should be... This is not, in fact, the vault where the waypoint. It was the waypoint for the other thing. Maybe that's not the safest way to open stuff. Alright, so we have a battery up here. I don't know what this is for, but we sure do have it. Just gonna kind of fly around here real quick and see if any battery sockets become obvious. It looks like no. I guess, okay, we'll just for the moment, we'll just leave it floating here. A lot easier to hack these cargo drones than it was to hack the other ones at that other site, due to there only being one scanner. So we'll just do that real quick. Not really related to any of our missions or anything. I just like loot. Hopefully they'll all just have a little bit of money in them. Wow. Okay, yeah. God, if you really want to look, there is so much stuff at every one of these sites. Pretty soon we're gonna have all of the remaining blueprints. Just get rid of that. Okay. Flawless crafting materials. That's cool. Oh, that's the battery, right. Won't let me engage the cruise drive to shoot around the backside of the asteroid here, which is annoying. This is interesting. Ah, 3 places to plug in batteries, right.
It's one of those vaults. I think I'm getting the knack of this.
That is preferable, since I am unable to be of assistance.
I think I cracked it. Let's have a look.
I'm never sure where the actual vault itself is. We always find the controls. I guess, do I need to go like all the way around the backside, or it's letting me access the containers through the wall, but this is clearly not the way I intended to do it.
Stop right there.
No thank you, and well, actually, hold on. This is a higher level railgun than the one we currently have. And our current one is not part of the, yeah, it's not part of that set anymore, or it's not part of that set. It really is quite a lot of extra damage. I like the destabilization, but we are looking at a lot of extra damage here. It's like an extra third. Yeah, all right. Destabilization is very cool. We'll just have to hope to find more of it, or okay, it's right down here was the entrance. Have to find more of it, or have to like re-roll it onto a thing. I'm not going to use these. I would just take them and put them in my inventory and then use them, but the fucking rearm delay on stuff is so long, it doesn't feel worth it. Alright, I guess let's go fetch some batteries. We have a resource node. It's Culver. I think we have a lot of Culver. The amount of auto aim is really, it's actually very frustrating. There is so much assumption, I find, in modern games that you want the game to do the aiming for you, and I just can't, like, if the game's doing your aiming, why not just have it like completely play itself, right? Like the aiming is a huge part of the difficulty of combat. It's a huge part of the gameplay of combat. This thing where the game like quote unquote corrects my shots onto my locked target, even if I'm clearly shooting at something else, as long as it's nearby enough, is really frustrating. And I assume it's like that for people who insist on using controllers in games where it does not make more sense to use controllers. I'm not going to get all on my rant about it, but like, I do think this like weird idea that is so prominent in the indie game scene that controllers are better for every kind of game. Like every single indie game you play has that message at the beginning. It's like, we would prefer you use a controller. And then they have to build in a bunch of like weird systems to make it so that the game can function at the base level of what it would function at if you were just playing it with a mouse. It's a sickness, I tell you. That's it. I'm done. I'm done yammering about it for now. I don't even know what I think this is going to do. Also, I don't think... Do we have a location of a third battery? And I assume it would be more on, like, this side, right? Okay. We can probably ignore those outlaws. Where is the nearest... Yeah, the nearest structure to this side is where I would think we would look. I guess this doesn't... I was gonna say this doesn't look like a real cargo pod bay. Oh no, okay, those cargo pod signatures that we're seeing, those weren't parked. Those are still in active motion. 1,500 credits, not bad.
I'll take these, thank you.
Oh, never mind. They are in fact parked at this like weird little dock that doesn't seem to actually have much purpose. Strange. Okay. Let us head over here and see if we might locate a battery that I had missed before. Also, can I loot this freighter? Does this freighter have an interactable portion? Nope. That circle is just the actual center of the ship. Aha. Aha. I don't want to sound like I'm like, you know, completely against controllers or anything. There definitely are games where controllers make more sense as an input device than a mouse and keyboard. Like anything where analog movement is actually important. Very obviously, you want a controller for that sort of thing. Is this... Did I go around the side of the wrong rock here? Where's my... This is a great big rock. This is a great big area. Okay, our generator's over here. I definitely am just in the wrong area fully. In my defense, it is kind of hard to see. It's just that there aren't that many kinds of games where analog movement actually matters, and there are a lot of games where you need to accurately select or aim, and every one of those games is always going to be better with a mouse. That's all. Ow. Okay. Well, this is a very large and impressive vault. I'll tell you what.
The true intrinsic value of these credits may never be...
If I were, ooh, fishing controller. Fancy. If I were vault-worthy and I was building like a vault unit to hide stuff in, I would try not to build it just right on top of a place where there's already very significantly valuable stuff that people would be looking to crack into and steal. Because, like, what if they decide that your thing just makes more more sense to access, right? Okay, so if we follow the wiring pattern, this is the one that's closest to the vault, which probably means it's the last one in the sequence. Which means maybe you're first? Nope. Because yeah, they wire across like this. Maybe this is the first one in the sequence? Okay, that wouldn't really make sense. Well. You know what? It didn't actually make the failure noise when I'm not sure it knew I was firing at the button. Okay, there we go. The logic was sound. The targeting collision left something to be desired. Yeah, I have to like intentionally miss by a little bit. Very weird and annoying. Okay, we got proper location completion. Ooh. +3 slots. How I wish. Okay. This area is so cool looking. So there's still some stuff to loot. There's still some places to break open. Makes me a little surprised that we were given proper location completion credit. I guess stuff like this doesn't count for whatever reason. Hell yes. Yeah, geez, we are making a lot of loot still. Even after completing it. I should probably be patient with this. Let's let the thing go past, and then we will go and do the race. You know, the thing I actually came here for. Okay, rad. So, we are at way more than enough money to hit the next level of this perk. An alternate set of passives for each ship. I don't know what that really means in practice. We can certainly commit charge compensators here. Fusion cores and pulse mutators. What are these made out of? Fusion cores and... nope, that's not the right thing. Pulse mutators are... yeah, buildable. Hey, look at that. We're using our Klygon finally. So let's make 6 of these. And then the mutators were green. Here we go. Fusion cores, rather. Okay. Once again, plenty of raw resources at this point in our career. It's just a matter of raw cash. $18,000. Keep working on it as it becomes available. Let's go kind of over the top of the obstruction here. Okay, it's a fast one. I probably shouldn't boost very much on our first attempt at this. Oh, I remember this one. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna accept the loss. This is our learning race anyway. Okay. That's a really sharp turn out there. But there are some significant straightaways. And in fact, on that last straightaway, we could absolutely just fire the movement device. Okay, I think we can do that. I just need to be very cautious about boosting in this early part where it's all these sharp turns. It's not to say that I can't boost, just have to be smart. Alright, I lost a lot of time on that, but it wasn't 10 seconds. That is a crazy turn. Well, whatever, I'll take it. It's a clearance. Alright. We can head back to Cedo, do a race on the other side, do the race that's in Cedo, and we can actually drop off some of our trade goods here, because I believe like the small arms and stuff that we've been picking up are really good. They sell really, really well in Cedo. And you know, there's plot. We'll get to the we'll get to the plot eventually. Now that I've realized that we can at least complete the races in these slower vehicles, I do care about them all of a sudden. I thought based on how badly we did in the Prescott race, I really did think that when we first found it, I really did think that it just wasn't on the table until we went back to a smaller, faster craft. So that was what was motivating a lot of the decision making around that. And if we want these quote-unquote top-tier ships to be available at Prescott, at the Cato Palace, then we have to make an awful lot of money for finishing. We can sell stuff here, right? We have to make an awful lot of money for finishing Turin's perks, and then make all of the money for the actual ship itself. So we have a lot to do. You know what? Restock me. Don't bother with the repairs. I'll figure those out. We pick up loose nanobots all the time, right? Okay, so yeah, there's some stuff here. So we get okay prices on this stuff. 113. We paid pretty close to rock bottom for them, right? Like, this is still a pretty good sale. I wonder. We paid 20 for these, so we could get more profit. We could get more profit. And I don't know exactly what they sell for in other places, is the thing. Yeah, all right, hold off. Okay, so we have one race here at the Charybdis Bowl. I guess let's just go do that real quick. And at some point the episode's got to end, I guess. So it's very easy to, like, if you're not butting up against the plot stuff constantly, it's very easy to get just drawn into the make money and improve, and just sort of like the competence of the actual core gameplay elements, which are very, very good. Make it even more baffling that they pull you out of it so often with the other stuff. Why do this? Why sabotage yourself in this way?
Maurice!
Mon ami, welcome back. You have undoubtedly come to try your luck at this racetrack.
Maurice, the curiosity is killing me. What got you banned from Empires of Chivalry? You can tell me?
I suppose I must confide in someone eventually, but it is a tragic tale. I worked hard to get to the top position on the server. I devoted my every circuit to the expansion of my domain. I paid for every possible upgrade in expanding my castle and my estate. There I was, finally, not to be bettered, or so I believed, until I was usurped from my position and my kingdom ransacked.
By another player?
Oui, he went by a strange name, Ross Adamski. He was very determined.
Oh, weird name.
It is a name that still stirs a wrath inside me. I can speak no more at this time. I am becoming emotional.
Well, at least Maurice is very stupid. Okay. So this one's a little bit longer. These longer ones we can sometimes complete on the first run. They're a little more forgiving, it seems like. It's really easy to swing way out on these turns. But it's also really easy to run into stuff. This would for sure be easier with a smaller ship, but I do think that, like, if I was running something really small and fast, some parts of this might be harrowing. Okay. We got it. Okay. We got it. The other thing is, it's a little easier to make certain kinds of motions at speed than it is to make others, you know? Hey, look, it's a finish. Counts.
I'll keep trying until I crack this.
Okay. Yeah, the scrapyard is not interesting. I'm not actually at the site with the... I'm not actually at the site with the shipyard, right? We have to go out of the planet and then back into the other side of it, I think. Because I do just, every time we're here, I just want to take a peek. I'm like very interested in the ship upgrade systems now. I know. There we go. I will let the ship figure out the gravity mechanics here. I'll just point myself through the planet and then press the autopilot button, just like you do in Outer Wilds. And then you just lay back and enjoy the consequences. Alright, the drones will handle that. It's weird that the going here brings you in so far away from the station, when, like, the station is definitely the reason you showed up, right? Okay, yeah, so it seems like for the moment it might be the case that 3+ is all we can see. So when it said each ship has an additional set of passives, okay, you can just hit X to switch. Okay, can I do that on my own ship? No, you buy the ship. Okay, so you buy the ship with a certain set of passives. That's actually really interesting. So if we look to use a ship that we're a little bit more familiar with, yeah, like he has another Vindicator in here. Maximum number of active drones increased. Reduced damage from enemy drones. Drones regenerate hull. Okay, yeah, so the passives are pulling from like a big pool of ship appropriate passives, and that's interesting. Extra drone seems really fucking good. So this ship is just mine, but with different passives. And if I did a trade-in, we'd actually gain money. Everything else is the same, right? We have the same number of slots, the same amount of cargo. We have the same raw values here. Why would the trade-in give me a profit? So wait, what are my ship's passives? Drone regeneration. Collecting wreckage restores shields. So kind of just drone regeneration. But drone regeneration is not nothing, right? I actually do really like the fact that they regenerate, that I don't have to babysit them so much. And I'm guessing that there's a reason that we don't see that and a maximum number of active drones at the same time. They probably are pulling from like the same slot. When Arc 9000 is manually detonated, gain increased shockwave damage. I didn't even realize you could manually detonate it. It doesn't say that. I guess maybe you press the Alt button again while it's flying? Yeah, that feels like a feature that should be documented. Energy reduction. Convert mines instead of triggering them when flying close. That's really cool. Okay, yeah, interesting. I think that was a good upgrade. It's a powerful upgrade. And with that, I'm going to sell. Nah, I'm not going to sell these extra slots. I do want to keep the extra nanobots. The damage booster. Well, damage booster only boosts my primary weapons. You know what? I will sell that. Get this out of my inventory. A treasury unit. Okay. 20% more credits found. That's a fun one. The Tide of the Siren Sea. Increased ult generation. Shield capacity is increased, but it will no longer recharge while in combat. But when you ult, you'll restore it to full. That's weird. Increased primary weapon damage based on the percentage of shield hit points missing. Ah, okay. But when you just have 3 pieces of the set, that feels like a pretty negative thing, actually. That's an interesting design. Okay, this stuff we're not even buying at good prices. Okay. I think then we are ready to head back to Fancy Space. I wonder how many more races there are. Because I feel like we have knocked out quite a few here. And at this point, our yellow and blue markers should be the same in this next sector as well, right? It should be the same in Union, just driving us out toward Kait. Gosh, I really hope we can get good prices for all of this cargo that we're hauling in the place that we're going to. Because otherwise I'm going to have to fly back here to sell it at a reasonable price to free up cargo space so that we can do more cargo moving, because we have so much money to make. We have just such an awful lot of money to make. You know, it strikes me that I didn't catalyst my flak generator. I should probably do something about that. We'll get it before we end the episode here. I just like, it's so easy to get drawn in. There's so many little things you can do. There's so many little improvements. It is a that's a distress call. There's so many little things to get drawn off track by. It's very easy to just play this game for like hours and hours and hours, as long as you're not really doing the plot.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, it looks to me like we're dealing with a lot of enemies that do not have shields equipped. And I am pretty good at solving that problem. I love when my drones just come out of nowhere and crash into me. I do feel like I am maybe a danger to others, not just the ones I mean to target with this weapon. look at that. So I believe that's going to finish the advanced combat thing. Destroy an enemy from at least 4,000 meters. With our railgun, that is no problem at all. Although I think our railgun is also not catalysted. But okay, we'll... Is that true? Yeah, I didn't fix this up. All right, let's tack marksman on here. Because we can destroy a drone in that way, no problem, right? I could just bump this up. Just add stats to it. Is it my level? It is my level. Is increasing its rarity cheaper than just building a new one? Yeah, it's one quantum processor cheaper. You know what? Okay, 20% chance to slow the target is like fine. And then install a marksman catalyst on this thing. Craft all the missing components and actually do the install. Okay. And then this also could probably... I could increase the rarity here. Star Charged conduits are still valuable enough to us, though, that I don't want to just, like... I don't want to just throw that on there. So 163 damage here. If I go powerful, we get almost as much total damage, and it makes it a little bit better against, like, the kinds of enemies we're up against that frequently have a little bit of shield on top of their... on top of their armor. Or I could make it a mining thing. It's pretty good at mining. So gain 1 additional higher rarity and 3 additional normal resources when finishing a resource node. And also mine for free. Projectile velocity up. Marksman up. Honestly, I'm really happy with the range on it. Reduced energy consumption is something. Because we did actually see this run out a little bit. I think I'm just going to go for kinetic damage. And apparently we actually have a kinetic damage catalyst already constructed. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. All right. Anyway.
They're jumping out.
What a fight.
Was it, though? Fancy autocannon. Wow, we got extremely paid. Okay, we don't need that energy injector. We did make enough money to move on this next perk step very quickly there, which rules.
New learnings and abilities for you.
Okay, selection of ships on the Flying Duchess increased. This is where it starts to get, like, problematic. This is exactly all of our pure baramite. We have none of those things. I can afford to part with the dark matter. Okay, tachyon emitters and resistor arrays. Tachyon emitters and resistor arrays. Components. Okay. Tachyon emitter. Need more pure baramite. And resistor array. Need more pure baramite. Is that the only problem I'm going to have here? We have enough resources to pull together 4 of these. And we have enough resources to pull together 5 of these aside from the lack of baramite. So yeah, we're going to need 8 more for this. And then these are 5 pure baramite each. So, geez. Okay, we are missing a lot of resources for this one. We really, really need baramite very badly. That said, all the levels of the perk that we've opened up so far are probably pretty good. This increased selection of ships on the Flying Duchess might not matter very much, given that the Kato is where we want to be buying stuff, but whatever. Anyway. To Cartwright's Wake. Yeah, definitely worth stopping off for the distress call, though. Okay, that's an unknown signal. That's less exciting. Apparently, I kind of skated right through Cartwright's wake there while I was looking around for the signal. There we go. Wait, actually, you know what? We can do a thing here very easily. Let's continue to fly this way for a second. Okay, I gotta get to over 4,000 meters, right? There we go. Cool. So when entering a location, gain 50% increased damage for 20 seconds. I guess it's fine. Also, green engines, that's cool. And then these two have got to be explorer traits, right? And all that's really left is Daredevil, and we are going to attempt to clear Daredevil next time we see, or at least we're going to attempt to clear one of these two things. Next time we see a high-risk area with gradient brunt people at it. Okay. Now let's get out of here. It's a shame that Mastery doesn't come with a second burst of credits, because I could really have used another 15k or so, you know? Alright, where is a station where I can check the price of our cargo before we finally end it for today? The gas field does not have a place to sell stuff, right? The mining colony. Flygon, Ethium, Melamite. I mean, the stuff we want is in the next area, right? Just a maintenance dock. Okay, let's go here because we can interact with the Duchess over here. Wait, does that say distress? It does. And you know how we feel about selfless good deeds or whatever.
Can you help us out? We've got ourselves in quite some mess. And off we go.
Oops.
I better grab the mines that are too close instead of shooting them.
Yep. What a cool weapon. Okay, do we need this autocannon? It has a very impressive DPS. Wow, holy hell, it has very impressive DPS. But it's not effective at as long of a range. It doesn't explode. I think I'm gonna say no, even though it is like obviously an on-target improvement, like a massive on-target improvement, because of the you know, having to be so close to people, and I like the exploding. I like the exploding a lot. Plus, you know, grinding up a piece of gear of that color is its own reward. All right, let me help you out here, friend. That one's probably far enough away, but you know what? Let's just be on the safe side. And of course, by be on the safe side, what I mean is drive directly toward that mine. Okay. You would think that there would be a way to turn off the this behavior on the mines where they disarm when you grab them, because like it really does make this whole strategy of laying minefields kind of not useful.
Seems like you got them all. Please take this as a payment. I will, thank you.
Yes, I will. I love taking payment as a payment. That's my favorite way to take payments. Alright, so the seeds are not going to sell very well here, but we have an awful lot of other stuff that hopefully will. Where's that beacon?
Man, these gas harvesters are absurd.
What? Yeah? Absurd?
Hello?
Ah, hello there. Take a look at my stock.
Love to be specifically invited to shop. Okay, nothing terribly interesting. Not a big shock. Yeah, these are better prices for sure. All right, sell all of that. That's pretty damn good. All of these clothings. They love ramen out here. And really, who can blame them? Solar panels, tremendously useful. So they're 15k by itself. Sure, some cybernetic implants, why not? And medicine. And that is a healthy fucking profit right there. Let me just go ahead and throw the 25k into this so that I don't like forget and do something silly with it. And then, yeah. We need this plus 2 more upgrades to get those top tier ships. Okay, and I'm feeling pretty good about all of the effort. All the effort that we went to there. We did not buy this ship for its capacious cargo hold, but I am starting to think that that is maybe the thing I like most about it. Nope, just an unknown signal. And this is still not, like, unknown signals in Kite might actually be worth pursuing because we can get the minerals that we desperately need there. Oh. Interesting. That was lucky. Yeah, wild. Okay, I think right here, this is where we're going to call it. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching this apparently double-length episode. It just keep getting dragged on little bit by little bit, you know? When you come back next time, we're going to do a little bit of racing and then return to the deeply unpleasant Kite Nebula where I thought we maybe would never have to come back to, and hopefully not have to spend a whole lot of time there. And we'll see you then.